That's his problem. He's got about £30 million worth of gear in there.
I know, but it's not like we can have it and take it home.
No, but you could see it. You could possibly even touch some of it.
Yeah, where's the sword?
I don't even know if you went up the front and had a look.
Yeah, we're allowed to get up and look.
Have you sent a text message since you've been in the class?
I haven't.
No, I'm just saying, have you sent a text message since you've been in the class? Be up.
I've been because I've been bored.
Now, I don't know much about history, like most of the kids, so I'm sitting at the back.
Shit.
Have you ever seen anything that is 1,500, almost 1,500 years old before?
Yeah, my mum.
Your mother, yes, yes. I know everybody over the age of 20 is an antique, but these are real. This... Right.
That's
now,
what I had my hand up for about 20 minutes.
Hang on.
You didn't say nothing. Everyone who shouts out, you answer him, but I had my hand up for literally like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I was going to ask you a question, you didn't even bother. When everyone else shouts out and asks a question, you answer. How does that work in a classroom situation?
Well, I'm sorry, I was
it's
looking
cool,
at this.
Man. It's just
Terribly
fella
sorry.
joining
Right,
in.
let's, in that case, I'm sorry, I will keep an eye open
It's
for
fine.
you. It's getting a bit like an auction.
Sorry to bother you, Dr. Sarki. 5 minutes, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Come on, man, 5 more minutes. You're acting like you should be in preschool. Oh, you shut up as well, man. You talk all day. What the fuck does this man owe you? What does this man owe you? What does this man owe you? He owes you shit all. You're the one that did shit in your life. So shut up. Shut up. You talk, man, too much. Just shut up.
Can we all quiet? Can we just be quiet? And if we're quiet, we'll finish sooner, and then we can all go and do what we'd really like to be doing, OK? And what we'll do next week is to try to look at that revolution in values, how it changes, why it changes, and why, even though you don't know it, you have these ideas inside you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where's Ben?
Sorry for him. He's given up his time and we're like violating him.
Right.
These are all different bits of...
I survived. Attention deficit disorder is not a disease, it's a description of an entire age group. Every single thing they do something else whilst they're doing it. And some people hail this as a wonderful example of human ingenuity and whatever. I think it simply shows that we've lost the ability to pay it. Well, clearly a whole generation is losing the ability. Now, I'm sorry, that just makes you fodder. And this, of course, is a tragedy. That they're destroying themselves and they're destroying what they could be as human beings. But, human beings, I know the phrase cutting your nose off to spite your face. It's one of the most frequent human actions, and you just watch them doing it.
I'm not justifying it.
It all seems to be falling apart before it's even begun. The angry kids have called me and my head Dabs to their common room.
Guys, if you're all talking across each other, the guy who can sort anything that might be able to do something about it can't even hear it.
Yeah,
so,
sorry. It's funny, I was talking to you before the lesson started, about I didn't like teachers that talk down to you like you're lesser than them. And within 2 minutes of me being in that classroom, I wasn't disrupting anything. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't even introduce myself. He made a comment about my weight. And I didn't like that at all.
Didn't you make a comment about his height?
No, that was after. Very beginning. Wait.
So, let me tell you what I feel, right? You're all entitled to your opinion, and I respect every single one of you. But your last lesson, which you don't seem too up about in the slightest, you feel disrespected, you were on your phone, you were clearly some of you bored at the back, some of you engaging at the front, right? But he's probably one of the best in the world. But he was he was firefighting. Now, you had your hand up, right?
I don't like the thing about teachers automatically expect you to respect them without them respecting you back. Like, if they call him fat, he's not going to respect him and be good in his class.
And that's just funny.
Like, you don't talk down to him.
Can I just say something? Draw this to a close, please.
Let me just come back to you.
Can I just draw it to a close quickly?
Go on.
All it was, right, he was out of order what he said to him at the end of the day.
Yes.
But at the end of the day is he's probably just like us. He's sharp mouth just like us too. Say something to me, I'll say something back to you just as quick. So that's it, just call it quits. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, guys. Listen, can I just say, you've got to give this a chance. Don't judge this on day one, right? The point, just think about this for a minute, and I think that's really hard when you're texting, because you can't be... No, you're a lovely girl, but you just need to know it's bloody rude, right? And I'm just telling you, I'm easy, so you don't have to worry about me. I'm just telling you, it's really disrespectful.
Sorry guys, we need to wrap up because you guys have got a bus waiting to take you home.
On your mobile.
And I've had my phone off all day.
Okay, how'd it go?
No, I had an argument with the history teacher.
What do you mean you had an argument?
Because, like, I must have, it was him, it was his fault. I must have,
Oh, it was his fault?
yeah, he didn't even know my name.
All right.
And he tried taking the piss out of me, like...
Don't swear.
I wasn't too happy. He was talking about something and he was talking about evolution. And I went like that, say, muscle man. So he said to me, he was like, mate, you're so fat, I'm surprised you can move. That's what he said. I swear to God, man, I felt like picking the table up and throwing it at him.
You didn't?
No, of course I didn't. I can't do that, can I? I get kicked off the thing straight away. My first instinct was just to pick it up and throw it at him.
And what happened?
Nothing. I just, like, 5 minutes later, I made a comment about his height, which is about 4 foot tall, and then that was it.
So he was rude, so you was rude back?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't need to be, really,
No.
did you?
So I'm going to go back to him on next week and say to him, look, I wasn't happy with that comment. I don't think that was right.
Yeah.
And just see what he says and then see if we can sort it out like that.
Hi, Henry. Hiya.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Pee bag which needs to be washed.
Oh, really?
I got to take my overnight stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going sailing with Ellen MacArthur
Ellen MacArthur.
to Isle
She's
of
one
Wight.
of my heroes.
I know.
Did you know that?
I know. No, to be honest, I don't even want to really go that much.
Why not?
I want to do something this weekend.
Oh, go sailing?
Well, Henry, it's not often you have an opportunity to go sailing with Ellen MacArthur.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you doing now?
Going out for a cigarette.
Going out for a fag. I know, we've just been racking our brains, you know, and you can't help it. You feel you failed as a parent because your child isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you can see all their other friends kind of achieving stuff and you think, God, you know, he could do that.
Yes, we'd be very frustrated, angry.
Yeah. We've been to, I don't know how many youth courts have we been to?
Yes,
Quite a lot.
It's the phone call from Her Majesty's Constabulary at 12 o'clock. Which has happened on a number of occasions.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite a challenge turning these kids around. Hello. Hi, darling. I didn't used to like assemblies when I was at school, but now I really need them. I think the only problem we've got is just a general respect problem between yourselves and some of the teachers, and between yourselves and yourselves. I'm really worried that some of these kids are already wasting this opportunity of Dream School. Maybe it would help if they reminded each other why they're here. I just think when you know what someone's been through, when you know the problems, the high bits, the low bits that you've had, that's a really good opportunity for all of you and us to sort of just get to know you a bit more and respect you.
Can I pick on someone? Henry, you go first. Up you come, please.
Look, all I would say, you're clearly bright and intelligent, but sometimes some of you are your own worst enemy. When he's talking, please, no talking. Why are you at Dream School?
I'm at Dream School to get a better education because I didn't get one in mainstream school. The people that I hung out with, we all went off and started doing things instead of actually going to school itself, like smoking weed and stuff and doing the graffiti and that. Yeah, and I just bunked school and then ended up getting kicked out of school as well and just, since year 8, kind of been out of school since then. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do yet. Maybe have a career in art or stuff, but I'm still not